Hey guys, my name is JessiMew, and welcome back to another episode of an honestly very hard challenge. In the last episode, Comet was conflicted when he failed to save the baby he was protecting. Poor little Aquarius was taken away from us by the killer bearyena, and while the bearyena himself has skittered off into the darkness somewhere, far, far away from our tribe so we can't even sense him anymore, the memory of that baby lingers on. Poor Aquarius never stood a chance against the bearyena. It was almost as if the bearyena himself was chasing this baby into our tribe. But we did have a little spark of hope. A brand new baby was born between Comet and Celestite, and she bears a striking resemblance to a certain prophet of the oasis. Not only that, but she also kind of looks like a clown koi from a distance, so it definitely seems like she has some connection to that old land. Right now, though, Nickole is on the warpath. She doesn't know if she can actually trust Sheba anymore. She's made her stance very, very clear. She's just like Nickole's father, or at least that's what she believes. She fails to see the potential right in front of her, and she's always going to think her son is too weak to make his own decisions. So Nickole is taking it upon herself to summon a few new soldiers into her ranks. Once she has some more energy on the next turn, we're going to see if she can maybe sing out to call some new creatures to her side. I guess that Stone would probably be pretty eager too. Well, he's spending some time by the Peaceful Bear, and I think he also gave him some nesting material. It looks like he's all fine now. We'll just have Stone go ahead and paw at the ground restlessly. I can see him maybe pacing the territory, waiting for some creatures to test. Maybe it'll actually be Stone's job to make sure that they're fit for the mission. And then meanwhile, Sheba, we were going to have her come on over here to pick up some more acorns. She has to go all around her bearyena baby, unfortunately. He was kind of blocking the way. But I'm curious to see who the baby bearyena is going to follow. Typically, they stay close to the creature who gave them the food initially, so that would be Sheba. But once they start to grow, that's when they start to strike off on their own. So there's always the potential that this friendly bearyena is going to decide to stay in Nickole's territory. Right now, I truly feel like Sheba is trying to find a way to escape. All of this war talk, that was never part of the plan. Sheba only came because she felt like it would be a better place for her to thrive, and a better place for her to raise her family too. But now she's not even sure if Stone is even going to follow her. He seems to be swept up in this madness as well. Let's go back to Comet, though. I want to see if maybe he could bring his baby a little bit closer to the water's edge so we can search some more for some fish. We'll bring Aqua right over here, and we'll have Comet settle down right next to her, clearing out the grasses behind him so they can escape easily if they need to. Actually, Celestite, if you wouldn't mind, maybe you could grab this grass too. Comet also wants to see if maybe Aqua can catch that mole, just like that old rite of passage from the oasis. So we'll see if the mole decides to spawn on the next turn. And for now, Celestite, let's have you creep a little bit further into the darkness. She still has her eyes peeled for some sort of healing fruit, something to ease her mind as she has her next baby. She has 3 days to go, so I'm thinking that we probably want to go toward this tree. Maybe that was our fatal mistake. Maybe that's why that killer bearyena spawned, because Comet had decided to make his home a little bit too far away from the safety of the oak tree. Yeah, safety of the oak tree. Okay, Mr. Bluebird. Apparently you're taking up residence there too. Luckily we don't have any babies to watch out for anymore, but you better watch your back, Nickole. It seems like quite a few of our deities have their eye on you now. So let's have you scoot back here. Sniff around one more time. Oh yes, excellent. Just like before, it seems like these healing fruits are all focused right around the trees. So Comet, you have done a wonderful job giving us our safe havens back. I guess we'll want you to stay right there though, so you're really close to the baby. We could maybe have you scoot over here instead, just to light up a little bit more of the water. But I'm starting to think that we're probably not going to find too many fish here. And I'm a little bit worried about sending you up inside there too. It looks like there might be some very quiet currents, and I'm not sure if that's going to end up drowning you. We certainly don't want a repeat of Baron after all. But we should be ready to skip the day now. So just to make sure, let's go ahead and zoom in on Stone over here. And I guess probably on the baby bearyena too. I want to see if he's going to turn around to follow right in Sheba's shadow. And I also want to make sure that that killer bearyena, is going to be nowhere in sight. Now hang on a second. Little baby bearyena, did you actually kill this crabbit? I mean, I guess that's a good thing. Good to know that we have somebody strong enough to take the crabbits down. I guess that means that you could actually pick this up for a stone. I wonder if the baby bearyena is trying to impress you. Maybe he's hoping that you're going to recruit him into your cause too. It's kind of strange if you think about it though. His mother was kind of just taken down by our tribe. I wonder if this is his way to survive out here then, because if he proves he's strong enough, he knows nobody will hurt him. If he proves that he can be trusted, a loyal member of our tribe, then he knows Nickole will welcome him with open arms. But I guess for now we should probably get to singing, huh? If that killer bearyena still hasn't noticed you, then now's your perfect chance, because I would imagine with that albino trait of yours, you're probably not going to be doing too much hiding. So go ahead and sing your songs of war straight up into the sky. As the Dodoningos help you on the side, I guess? Funny how that Dodomingo is not moving 1 inch. There you go, now you're a little bit startled. Unfortunately, no new blood tonight. Not a single new creature wandering through the grass, just Dodoningos absolutely everywhere. Though that's probably a good thing for you to see, Celestite. That should mean that there should be another nest out here for you to use. Let's have you scoot a little bit deeper into the grass now. You know, we probably don't want you getting too separated though. Aqua still has a few more days to go before she has her second gem. But let's see if we can scoot you a little bit closer to your mother. The mole is still hiding, I'm afraid, too. Well, let's have you tumble into the grasses, since the water seems to be a bust. I guess that Kame is probably changing his course. Maybe a little bit of bunny hunting instead? You seem to be a natural-born hunter. You won't be able to take it down until you have your next gem, of course, or maybe you're just a friend to the bunnies. It almost looks like she's trying to give this bunny a big hug. I wonder if she misses her little crabbit friends. And for that matter, I wonder what the crabbit was trying to communicate with her. I'm sure it wasn't the same crabbit that was down here. But since this one did just pass away, I am a little bit worried that her crabbit friend may have done the same. Well, Stone, if we could find you some more little roots to dig up, maybe that would be for the best. I know you're going to want to keep a pretty close eye on this bearyena, though. I guess we'll have you scoot on up here. That way you can hopefully still sense the baby bearyena. Yeah, just to make sure that he doesn't get himself caught in the tide pools. After all, Sheba's a little bit too far away, and as she sneaks around the outskirts, it doesn't seem very likely that she's going to stick around much longer. Maybe we could have her knock down just a few more acorns? Just a couple more for the road, because who knows how long it's going to be before she finds food again. Now all that should be left is you, Celestite, so go ahead and clear out the grasses behind you. That way your mate will be able to find you again, and your baby won't have so much trouble getting over to this tree. So once again, let's go ahead and skip the day, but once again we're going straight back to Stone. Since he is the closest to the place where we saw the killer bearyena last, that's what I'm most concerned about. Oh, are you actually bringing the food over to Sheba? Oh, that's very sweet of you. I wonder if the baby bearyena actually knows that she's planning on leaving. He must be able to sense her heartbreak, knowing that her son isn't going with her. Maybe this was all some sort of attempt to lure Stone back to her side? Of course, it seems to have failed, but at least he'll be able to cart the crabbit meat over to her. Well, before we have her go ahead and pick up those acorns, let's just sniff around real quick. Yeah, looks like the only silhouettes we have out here are actually the Dodoningos. I wonder if they're like mockingjays almost, from the Hunger Games. Maybe they're helping Nickole carry her message across the island. Like as she sings out that song of war, one Dodomingo will pick it up, then the next one will, and eventually it's going to go all the way back here to you, Celestite, so you'll know exactly what Nickole is planning. Maybe it's not so much in her favor then. Maybe those Dodomingos are helping Celestite and Comet, but it's probably nothing that she would realize right now. At the moment, she just thinks that these Dodomingos are on her side. So, one more song? Yeah, still nobody in the darkness for you to meet. Oh, wait a second. Oh my gosh, it looks like you did attract somebody. It's a little baby too. Do they actually have the claw and the nimble fingers? Oh my gosh, just like Aquarius. Oh, Stone, you better hurry up here. Run across the clearing, but be careful not to make too much noise. We still don't know where that killer bearyenas is after all. Let's go ahead and give you your third and final jump too. Perfect time for you to grow that one. We'll have you jump in front of the baby. Oh no, don't run away, little one. Little Mars, another kind of space-themed baby. So hopefully he's not another dream baby like Aquarius. It's awfully strange that these two look so similar. Aside from the derp snout and his lack of markings, of course. He's pretty interesting though, and very, very strong. So no wonder he was following that Song of War. Well, unless he scoots a little bit closer to you. Oh no, it doesn't seem like you're going to be able to invite him. Alright, I think we know where our killer bearyena is. You were probably super, super close to him actually. You better watch your back, Stone. There's always a chance he could follow your scent over here. So let's use this chance to go ahead and invite little Mars. That way he can be part of our tribe too. I almost want to give him the red gems because of his name, but I don't want to confuse him with the Oasis babies. I don't know, maybe if we just don't give him that special color in the middle, it'll be okay? Yeah, I feel like that's a little bit more fitting for him. Mars with his claw, his big body, and of course those ram horns too. Almost like a little special gift from Anime, but we'll have to make sure that we hide him away well. I'm sure the killer bearyena would love to get his jaws on you. So let's scoot you just one tile further back. I wonder if this is even where he came from. Way over here by the waterfall, maybe that's where his parents called home. I suppose Sheba's probably going to find out if that's the case. It seems like that's the best way for her to escape. Follow the beach and then follow the water straight up to Comet. I guess you're going to get your little bunny snack after all. As the Dodamingos parrot that war song back at you, let's go ahead and snag this bunny from right underneath your daughter's feet. We'll have you go ahead and pick up the meat too, and I guess clear out whatever grass you can reach. Surely that mole is going to pop back up from his burrow on the next turn. I think he might be due to do a little bit of moving now. Oh, and isn't that going to be the same turn that Aqua grows her second gem? Yeah, it actually is, so it might be the perfect moment for you to strike. Well, Celestite, you only have... Oh, this is the day that you can build your nest. Well, how fitting that you're literally sitting right next to a healing fruit. Let's have you come over here. We'll have you gobble up this fruit for us, and then we'll have you build your nest right next to the Dodomingo. So hopefully this is going to keep your baby safe from harm. I wonder if part of the reason why she didn't use the healing fruit before was because of her connection to Moon Eye. In fact, I wonder if it's going to work in the opposite way for her. Since the goddess of death watches over her, I wonder if those healing fruits would actually be harmful to her baby. Fingers crossed they're still going to survive either way, but I wonder how it's going to affect them. And as for you, Sheba, now is probably your best chance. Let's have you skitter into the darkness, and we'll see if the baby bearyena follows you next time. So let's go straight over to you, Celestite. Let's see what your little baby is going to look like. Well, no Savannah horns this time, but it looks like he is very similar to his sister. The stripes are a little bit more subtle too. Little Jericho? Oh, look at that, he has the claw and the nimble fingers as well. How interesting. We have seen an absolute ton of babies blessed by the Balance Sisters here. I guess it's because we have this rift in the tribe. They're probably trying their hardest to bring them back together, but right now they're not ready to listen to their pleas. So little Jericho, let's get a closer look at you too. Let's see what sort of tail you're hiding. Alright, the swimming tail. So it looks like he would be pretty good at jumping into the water to search for some fish as well. I guess it was actually the streams that influenced him instead. Well, Celestite, I'm sure you're going to want to make sure that Comet can find you now. Let's have you jump over here so you can clear out the grass around the healing fruit, of course. That is going to be very, very important going forward. And then we'll have you clear out the grasses here too. And all that should be between you is that one patch of grass between you and the mole. And the mole didn't come out yet? Oh no, that's kind of disappointing. I guess that means that Aqua is going to have to lie in wait a little bit longer. But at least she has her second gem now, so the cycle of rebirth is complete. Could we maybe have her scoot over here? If she sets herself up in the darkness on the other side of the mole, maybe that would be a better place. Oh, you're out awfully far, Mr. Bluebird. Where would that be? Right about in the middle of this darkness? Interesting. So that means the killer baryena is definitely on the move. At least that means that Nickole probably doesn't have to worry for a little while. So as she continues to sing out for more tribe mates to help her, we know she won't be ambushed anytime soon. In fact, since you just found little Mars, maybe it's time for you to scoot on down here, just so you can grab a few extra snacks. You know that stone is going to train Mars well after all, so you don't really have to lift a finger in this case. I guess we'll have Mars skid around over here to the rock. Maybe this could even be his first bout of training. We'll have him use the rock to sharpen his claws and prepare for the hunt as he grows. And I guess this would be our very final chance to have Stone and his mother cross paths. I wonder if maybe Stone would jump down here to pop a few more roots from the ground. But in the process, he's going to bump square into Sheba as she slinks away into the grasses. She was probably never expecting to see him again. It must make it even harder for her to make her decision. She's leaving behind her own flesh and blood after all, and the last reminder of her mate. And where did the baby baryena go? Oh no, don't tell me that we're going to lose this baby baryena again. Wait a second. Sheba, maybe you should jump back out here, just to see if he's around? Oh, don't tell me you're going to lose your baryena's son too. There he is. Is he fully grown now? Oh, I can't tell. He's either fully grown or he might be a teenager. Well, I guess that means he doesn't need you anymore, huh? Poor Sheba, she must be feeling so heartbroken. It's like her family is just all unraveling at the seams. Surely even Stone would feel a flutter of guilt at this. A quiet sadness at seeing his mother slink away. But what could he possibly do now? He knows that she's not going to stay, and he knows that he can't abandon this mission either. He's finally getting on Nickole's good side. She's entrusted him to train this baby after all. He can't really just abandon Mars. Surely you understand that, Sheba, right? I think that Stone is eventually going to regret this. It's one of those moments that he's going to remember for his entire life, and he'll wish that he acted differently. Though maybe that'll give him a reason to seek her out again someday. And since he knows that she's going to be following the water, I guess it won't be too hard for him to find her. I like that she's discovered this little berry bush down here too. I guess she would probably point that out to him before she goes. It would be an even better way for our tribe mates to actually gather a little bit of food, especially with Mars and his nimble fingers on our side now. So all we should have left is you, Comet. Let's have you jump past the mole, I guess. That way you can give your daughter some room, and that way you can meet your son. Go ahead and pick up this grass over here too. Now the entire pathway is open, so Aqua shouldn't be stranded away from you. And then we should be ready to skip the day yet again. And you're out awfully far too, Mr. Bluebird. Are you searching for some fish out here maybe? This bluebird is probably going to disappear since he got his fill. So we might only have one more bluebird to worry about. And since it's so far away, I guess that means Mars could actually do a little bit more exploring. Oh no, wait a second, I hear another bluebird spawning. Yep, right over your head. And we seem to have another baryena in our midst too. Another normal baryena, thankfully. Oh, wait a second. Oh, do I see another prophet? Now, I think I also see that this baby appears to have 2 no-paws. Is that true? Yeah, those are definitely not nimble fingers. Well, either way, Sheba, this is a good opportunity for you. Maybe it means you won't be alone anymore. I wonder if this creature is actually one of the ones from Baron's old tribe. We were always wondering where they disappeared off to, and to see those beautiful savanna horns again. Yeah, that has me very, very curious. Little Adeline? Or Adeline? That is a pretty gorgeous name. It almost looks like she's been trying her hardest to blend in with the scenery too, probably because of her unfortunate situation with those no paws. She does still pack quite the punch though. If push came to shove, I think she could still help us out in battle, so let's go ahead and offer up a little bit of our extra food to her. Then we'll have Sheba usher her back into the darkness. No need to let Nickole know what's going on. She probably has her own concerns anyways. I would imagine that pretty soon she's going to seek out that baby bearyena she remembers. Okay, the return of the evil omens, I see. Oh, how curious. Maybe that's why you are seeking some attention, little one. You know that something terrible is on its way. I wonder if that means another killer bearyena. Or it could always mean the return of the killer bearyena that we saw before. Well, Nickole, this is probably not good news for you. I wonder if Sheba would assume that she's probably heard the news too, though. If our tribe still considers her to be some sort of prophet, then they would have no reason to assume that she can't feel the messages too. But her only message is coming from this toxic berry bush. So I guess Sheba wouldn't feel too bad about keeping this message away from her son. But at the same time, now she has an even bigger decision to make. Is she really going to leave him here when she knows that danger is coming? Or is she going to plead with him to leave with her again? She's already tried that once before and it didn't work too well. She must think that there would be no reason to try. All he would think is that she's trying to hold him back again, even though she's really just trying to keep him safe. So let's have Adeline go ahead and tuck herself into her nest as we bring Sheba over to the other side. Maybe she can get a closer look at this termite hill over here. And maybe she can even find a little bit of extra food in the process. I guess maybe Mars should scoot on over here. He still has some training to do after all, and it would probably be a good idea to show what he's learned in Nickole. That'll give Stone some more time to search for some more roots out here. If he can find any. Maybe down by the bearyena? I know there were a few roots down here before. There we go, right next to the bearyena. Well, I guess you two can work together. Something tells me the bearyena probably has a bit of a taste for roots anyways. That was what we fed him when he was a baby. Not this bearyena though. This bearyena definitely has a taste for our tribe. I think we should be able to take him down. Comet has a strength of 4, Celestite has a strength of 5. We just need to make sure that somebody's going to be able to keep the little baby safe. So with 14 days in his lifespan, go ahead and use each and every last one of your turns, Comet. That leaves the bearyena with only 2 days remaining. I wonder if maybe Aqua would jump in. If she would land the final blow. Even though the mole has finally returned, this is technically her chance to complete that rite of passage. She knows that her family means so much more than some silly mole does. So she's going to take the bearyena down without any hesitation, as the mole goes skittering back into his burrow. So that does unfortunately mean that she's going to have to wait another cycle to complete that mission. But she knows that she made the right choice. And she knows that her little brother Jericho is going to grow up just as valiant as she is. He was watching very closely too. We'll go ahead and give him his very first golden gem, so he can be just like her when he grows up. And then I guess, Celestite, we should probably just have you pick up the grasses. Now you're probably feeling a little bit paranoid. Interfering with the cycle of death again, I see. Moon Eye must be very displeased. So one more time, let's go ahead and skip the day. We'll zoom out just to make sure that nothing else is going to skitter out from the darkness. Did you hear that? Somebody definitely took down a bunny. Okay, it looks like it was just our friendly bearyena. Oh, you're even offering up a little bit of your own food to share with Stone. That is very, very kind of you. I guess these two do truly feel like brothers. So it's good to know that somebody's still going to watch Stone's back. It's been quite some time since Nickole last sang out for some extra reinforcements, though. I wonder if that means that the Dodomingo's songs must have died off. So Celestite is probably even more on edge than she was before. Why don't we go ahead and breed these two before we end the episode, just so we'll have another baby on the way. We'll have Celestite go ahead and breed with Comet, And then I think it's probably time for Comet to make his way to the tree. It's time for you guys to finally find your permanent home. A safe haven just for Comet's champions. One of you had a pretty cute idea to model all of his babies off of the Zodiac, thanks to Aquarius's influence, of course. So I thought maybe we could call them like the Zodiac Warriors or something. That way we'll still be keeping the randomly generated names that you guys have given me, but it'll still be a good way for us to remember the baby too. Oh my gosh, and Comet, I finally see some fish in the water. Excellent. So we know there's still a way for you to gather up the fish in the future too. So I guess in the next episode, we'll see if the safe haven is going to be perfect for your family. Maybe we'll even see if there are some other creatures waiting there for you too. We've gotten pretty lucky with the Wanderers in this episode, so I'm looking forward to seeing what else we can discover. But for now, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys!